Hi, I'm Ellie and I'm the editor of The World and Then Some. If you're on this video, you are probably interested in having an itinerary for New York City created by me, or at least I hope that's the case. If not, and you've landed on this video from somewhere else, then stay tuned, you might enjoy it. I thought I would come and just create a video and explain who I am, explain my experience, and explain how this whole itinerary thing actually works. So, about me, I'm Ellie, as I said, and I've been a travel writer for 10 years, more than 10 years actually, and I'm obsessed with New York. New York is the city that I specialise in for my job, but it's also the city that I love the most and I spend the most time in. If I could spend eternity in New York, I would never get bored. I love it too much. And that kind of puts me in this perfect place to create itineraries for people. This kind of started off as me doing favours for friends. I used to kind of make itineraries and plans and recommendations for friends and family all the time. People would tell me that they were visiting New York and I would be like, oh my gosh, hang on, I have about a million things I need to recommend to you before you go. And I would create plans for them and they would have a great time. And it kind of occurred to me one day that maybe this is something that I could do as a service and offer other people too. So here we are, and this is what I'm doing. And yeah, it's something that I absolutely love. It's actually one of my favorite parts of my job now. And it's because I literally love New York. And I love it so much that helping other people love it is like, it brings me so much joy. There's nothing I hate more than when I read on like Reddit or something that someone hated New York, and I'm just like, no, you didn't go to the right places, you didn't see the right things, you needed help. And I love being that help for people. I love being the helping hand that helps people have like an amazing time. New York has something for literally everyone. You just have to know where to find it and where to look. So with that in mind, when you get in contact with me, I will ask you a ton of questions. I will ask you things like, what time do you wake up? Do you need breakfast or are you not a breakfast person? How much walking do you want to do during your trip? Does the subway or the bus, does it make you nervous or are you confident with it? What kind of things do you want to see? What kind of things do you want to avoid? What food do you want to eat? Is there any food you want to avoid? Are there any things or photo spots or Instagram things that you've seen that you'd really like to check out? Do you have any museums you want to go to? Do you have any hobbies? You can do things like rock climbing or a pottery wheel spinning class or stand-up comedy or an improv class. There are so many things that you can do in New York outside of those touristy things, and there are amazing ways to kind of make your trip even more memorable. But the reason I ask you so many questions is so that I can truly get an idea for who you are, what your travel style is, and the kind of trip that you want to have. Once I have all that information, I will then go away and I will create your itinerary. This is the super fun part for me because I really, really love making everyone's itinerary really personal to them. And it will take you from the beginning of your day right until the end of your day. So for example, I will recommend a breakfast spot for you to wake up to. In fact, I'll probably recommend 4. I'll say, do you know what? There's 4 places around you. I think you're gonna love them all. Here's what they are like for budget. Here's what they serve. Then I will recommend an activity in the morning, maybe 2 activities if you've got time. I'll recommend somewhere for lunch, probably multiple places. You can then choose whichever one kind of takes your fancy. Then I might say, hey, we're going to do Central Park in the afternoon. So you might want to go and change your footwear into something more comfortable. Here's a walking route for Central Park so that you don't miss any of the important bits. Here's a subway you need to get on so that you can get to Central Park. And then in the evening, it might be head back to the hotel, change of clothes, shower, freshen up. Here are 5 options for dinner for different budgets and different cuisines. And here's a rooftop bar you can go to for some amazing views if you've still got the energy after all of the other stuff. So that's kind of what your itinerary is going to look like. And depending on how many days you order, that's how many days your itinerary will go for. You don't have to order an itinerary for every single day of your trip. If you're having a 5-day trip, you might want to do an itinerary for 3 of the days and then have 2 days to explore kind of freestyle at the end. I find that works really well because I'll introduce you to lots of places and neighborhoods that I think you might want to go back to. So yeah, I find actually that having a freestyle day at the end is a really good idea. Your job basically when you receive it is to go to New York and have an amazing time and let me know how it was. So yeah, that's how it all works. And if you're interested, which I really hope you are, I'd love to hear from you. It's one of those cities where it can be a bit overwhelming and it can be a bit chaotic and scary if you've not been before. There's a ton of things to do and they're all spread out in Manhattan and Brooklyn. And that can be a bit intimidating if you've not done a trip like this before. So having someone plan the itinerary that makes sure that you get to see all of the things you want to see, and not only that, but you get to eat at amazing places that are perfectly picked for you, and you get to walk different walking routes that are suited to your ability and your time. That's what these itineraries are, and that's what I'm providing with this product, and it's really valuable. And I know that because of the feedback I've had. I know these itineraries are great because people constantly tell me when they've received them how great they are and how good of a time that they had. So yeah, if you would like to get in touch, I would love to hear from you and we can start planning this amazing vacation. So yeah, thanks for watching and hopefully I'll hear from you. Bye!